There are so many choices and so little time. That pretty much describes the variety of parrots that you can choose from. It becomes a matter of choice when it comes to the breed of parrot that you want to adopt, and the term parrot is very general in that it can refer to the smallest parakeet to the largest macaw. The number of breeds that occur in between the two sizes come in all colors and all sizes and exhibit various breed characteristics. There are 354 recognized species of parrots. Biologists divide the parrots into two families, cockatoos and true parrots. All parrots have a curved beak shape and the familiar two toes front and back on their foot. For the purpose of this article, I'm going to cover 10 of the most popular breeds along with their most common attributes. Budgies, or parakeets. They're a member of the parrot family, originally discovered in Australia. The name parakeet actually means longtail. They're very social, and they're considered flock birds. One thing that's interesting about them is that they're monogamous birds, and that is that they bond with their mate for life. They love attention. They're very good starter pets for younger children, but not necessarily prolific talkers. However, if you're patient, they can learn to talk. If you want your budgie to talk, don't get a companion bird, as they tend to bond with one another and will tend to ignore their owner. Budgies are in the $20 to $150 price range, and the price depends on the pedigree and the type of budgie. Cockatiels, originally from the outback regions of Central Australia. Cockatiels are the second most popular pet bird after budgies. They measure about 12 inches in size, and most cockatiels are bred in captivity and are readily available. They're very gentle, sociable, with great personalities, and this makes them a good pet for younger children. They can live for 15 to 20 years if properly cared for, and they will mimic whistles or short phrases. They're not as loud as their larger cockatoo cousins. Supply them a variety of toys to keep this inquisitive bird happy. As a general rule, they're priced under $100. The sulfur-crested cockatoo. They are usually white in color with a yellow crest. Their native habitat is Australia, New Guinea, and Tasmania, as well as Indonesia. Cockatoos come in 4 subspecies that vary in size between 15 and 20 inches in length. Cockatoos have been dubbed love sponges because of their loving nature and their nice disposition. They love to be cuddled and crave your attention. Not a talker, but they have been known to learn several words and phrases. Cockatoos are very intelligent and are used in numerous bird shows because of that. Excellent pets that bond well with their owners. If you take the time to properly socialize these birds, they make terrific pets. They are happy to play with toys and can be left alone more than most parrots. They range in cost from $1,000 to $2,500. The umbrella cockatoo. They're larger than the sulfur-crested cockatoo and are a bit more demanding regarding attention. They originated from the Moluccan Islands of Indonesia. Typically, this bird is about 20 inches in length. They're very vocal, which makes for a very talkative bird. They don't mind being petted. Very friendly disposition, and they cherish their owner's attention. Not as loud as the sulfur-crested cockatoo, and their intelligence will always challenge you. They're quite noisy, and they love to chew. The prices range from $800 to $1,400. The Moluccan cockatoo, one of the largest cockatoo breeds. The Moluccan cockatoo are a peach color versus the traditional white coloring of most cockatoos. Typically, they're greater than 20 inches in length. They're good talkers and very easy to take care of. They're also very affectionate. Also, very loud call. One of the more expensive parrot breeds with a range of $1,800 to $2,300 in cost. The Senegal parrot, an inhabitant of the African savanna and open woodlands. The Senegal parrot is the most popular of the Phoenis family of parrots. At 8 to 9 inches in size, it's one of the smallest parrots available. They have a bright and unique coloration. They're very friendly and quite vocal. They love to sit on your shoulder and nuzzle or just be near you. We recommend that you only obtain a bird that was domestically raised, as the ones from the wild are almost impossible to tame. They're a one-person bird, as they tend to bond with their owners, and they're not particularly good talkers. Their call is a low-key whistle with chirps and squeaks, and they usually can find one out there in a price range of between $150 to $500. The conure parrot, often called the mini macaw because of their bright feather coloration. They're from Brazil, Guyana, and Venezuela, and there's over 100 species of conures that exist in the wild, but only 4 are domesticated. They're sweet, inquisitive, and playful birds that are very entertaining, and they have beautiful eyes, almost doe-like. Fairly easy to take care of versus their bigger parrot cousins, and they're easily trained. However, they're a very loud bird, and it's also been known that you can train them not to squeak so much with patient training. They have a harsh, loud voice at times, and it's best to provide them with wooden toys to amuse them and satisfy their chewing desire. You can usually find one in the $300 to $400 price category. The Eclectus parrot. They originate in the South Seas area of Australia, the Moluccas, and New Guinea. One of the few parrots that have a distinct coloration between the sexes. Males are bright green in color with a yellow beak, while the females are red and have a black beak. They measure about 14 inches in size, and they're very good talkers and can imitate a wide variety of sounds. They have an understandable voice, and they can be quite loud at times. They make great companions because of their gentle, undemanding nature, as well as being one of the quietest of the parrots. They are one of the most social birds out there, and they're very inquisitive and will sit and listen to their owners and then try to imitate what they hear. They'll entertain themselves with toys and swings, and therefore they're not as demanding as some of the other parrots. There's a wide variety of costs because you can actually obtain them between $600 and $2,000 depending on the pedigree of the bird. The African gray parrot. Their habitat includes the African countries of Congo, Ghana, and Zaire. They're considered one of the most prolific talkers. They're about 13 inches in length, but they have a much shorter tail than most parrots, which makes it a little deceiving. The most accomplished parrot as far as imitators go, and the most famous African gray, just passed away and had a vocabulary of several thousand words and phrases, and was able to hold a semi-intelligent conversation with its owner. They're very temperamental, and some of them are biters. It usually bonds with just one person. It's intelligent and perceptive. It also has a very distinctive personality. It can become very independent as adults. It's sensitive and appreciative of their owners. It usually is available for around $1,000. The blue and yellow macaw. Macaws are from the tropical zones like Mexico, Central and South America. Most people associate macaws with the term parrot. They range up to 33 inches in size, and that makes it one of the largest parrots. It seems the macaw is the epitome of most people's idea of what a parrot looks like. You'll need to spend a considerable amount of time with these fellows to satisfy their social nature. This is the breed of parrot associated with pirates like Captain Long John Silver. They're very demanding, and they require a very large cage. You can purchase ones from between $800 and $2,000 depending on the breeder. This list does not even scratch the surface of the 350-odd species of parrots. However, some of them are on the endangered species list of their native habitat, and some are very aggressive and don't make really good companions. Some birds are consistent biters, and it takes a fair amount of training to break them of this habit. If you want more information on the specific breed of parrots, do a Google search. It's the easiest way to do your homework. Whatever you do, don't buy a breed that you're not familiar with. Research the characteristic of the breed so that you won't have any surprises when you get home. Want more information? Here are a few choices. My website is www.learnaboutparrots.com. Your first option at my website is a complete ebook called Raising Polly, the complete everything you need to know about parrot care book with 2 bonuses. The first is an audio version of the book, and the second is a book with 12 simple parrot tricks that you can teach your bird in easy to accomplish steps. The second option is a 10-part mini course on the secrets to parrot care, and the best part is it's free. Go to my website now, www.learnaboutparrots.com. Really, it's free. Do it now.